There is a secret most people overlook, a truth so simple yet profoundly powerful. Your world moves according to your expectation. What you assume and persist in must take shape. Not tomorrow, not in some distant future, but today. You do not beg for what is already yours. You do not chase what is meant for you. Instead, you enter the state of receiving, effortless, relaxed, and sure. This is what I ask you to do 3 times a day, morning, midday, and night. Not as a struggle, not as a desperate plea, but as a deep, unwavering knowing. Expect it with certainty, not tomorrow, now. Expect it today. Relax in the knowledge that it is making its way to you in the most effortless way possible. Do this 3 times a day and watch what happens, not because you are making it happen, but because it has already happened. You are simply aligning yourself with it. Time is not real. It is only a construct of the mind. What you desire already exists in the unseen. The moment you shift into the state of having it, reality must rearrange itself to match you. So let go of waiting. Let go of wondering how or when. Your only task is to relax and expect. 3 times a day, step into the version of yourself that has already received. What you assume to be true in your mind must be reflected in your world. This is not a theory nor a hopeful idea. It is law. Everything you see, everything you experience is simply a mirror reflecting back the assumptions you have persisted in over time. The world does not create for you. It simply projects what you have already accepted as real within yourself. Whether you are conscious of it or not, your assumptions shape the circumstances, people, and events in your life. The mind is a garden, and assumption is the seed. If you plant a seed with full expectation that it will grow, it must, for the soil does not discriminate. It does not argue. It simply receives and produces according to what has been planted. Likewise, the subconscious mind does not debate or resist. It accepts as true whatever you impress upon it with feeling. If you assume yourself to be healthy, successful, loved, and fulfilled, the world around you will shift to reflect that state of being. But if you assume difficulty, struggle, and lack, life will arrange itself to confirm those beliefs. The mistake most people make is assuming based on appearances. They look at their present conditions and accept them as the only truth. They react to what they see, and in doing so, reinforce it. But reality is not fixed. It is fluid, always taking shape according to the dominant impressions of the mind. If you assume that you are financially abundant, even when your bank account says otherwise, that assumption will take root and begin to materialize. The truth is, if you assume that you are loved, even when no one is currently expressing that love, your world must rearrange itself to bring that experience into your life. To assume is not to wish or to hope. Wishing implies lack. Hoping suggests uncertainty. But assumption is different. It is the deep inner knowing that what you have claimed is already yours. It does not require proof. It does not seek validation. It simply accepts as fact that what is imagined will solidify into form. This is the key difference between those who manifest their desires with ease and those who struggle. Shop currently asked soldiers of India about gratitude, and they said they had many teachers who could not. The ones who succeed are not waiting for signs. They are living from the end, acting, thinking, and feeling as though their wish is already fulfilled. The power of assumption is absolute, but it requires unwavering persistence. A single assumption, held momentarily and then replaced by doubt, cannot produce results. It is the sustained belief, the repeated confirmation within, that brings about change. Every day you are reinforcing something within yourself, whether consciously or unconsciously. The question is, what are you reinforcing? Are you affirming a life of abundance, joy, and peace? Or are you affirming struggle, delay, and disappointment? Whatever you affirm consistently, you will see. To use this power effectively, you must assume and expect with certainty. You must carry yourself as if the reality you desire is already in motion, knowing that the world has no choice but to conform. The assumption precedes the evidence, not the other way around. If you wait for proof before believing, you will forever be trapped in a cycle of delay. Instead, take the bold step of accepting your desired reality as truth now. Assume it is done, not because you see it yet, but because you have declared it so. Your assumption is the cause and your world is the effect. It does not matter what anyone else believes. It does not matter what past experiences have told you. The only thing that matters is what you claim as true now. If you wish to change your life, change your assumption about it. See yourself as the person who already possesses all that you seek, and persist in that vision until the outer world catches up. It is law, it cannot fail. E primum nahito. The concept of time is one of the greatest illusions humanity has accepted as truth. We measure days, hours, and minutes, believing that events unfold in a linear sequence. But in reality, all that exists is this present moment. The past is nothing more than a memory, and the future is merely a projection of the mind. The only time that is real is now. Everything that has ever happened and everything that will ever happen exists within this eternal present. Most people live trapped by time, believing they must wait for their desires to unfold. They believe in processes, in steps, in gradual progress. They say, one day I will have what I want, or when the right conditions appear, I will be happy. But in doing so, they push their manifestations into an endless future that never arrives. By assuming that what they desire is always coming, but never here, they unknowingly keep it at a distance. For they do not realize that the key to instant manifestation lies in collapsing the illusion of time itself. To manifest effortlessly, one must understand that there is no waiting, no gap between desire and fulfillment. The only thing creating a delay is the belief in delay. The moment you assume that what you desire is already yours, you step outside of time and enter the realm of the absolute, where all things exist simultaneously. When you truly relax into the feeling of already having it, you remove the barriers that time imposes. You no longer wait for something to come. Instead, you claim it now, knowing that reality will rearrange itself to match your new assumption. Consider how effortlessly dreams unfold while you sleep. In a matter of moments, you can experience what seems like hours of events. You can meet people, travel to places, and witness things that in waking life would take years to occur. But within the dream, there is no sense of time as you know it, only the direct experience of what is imagined. This is a glimpse into how reality truly works. The external world appears slow and structured, only because we have conditioned ourselves to believe it must be so. But when you remove the mental chains of time, reality responds instantly. Many believe that certain things must take time. They think success must be built over years, that relationships must progress through stages, that healing requires long periods. But these beliefs are self-imposed limitations. What if you let go of the idea that things take time? What if you assume that what you desire is already complete, already existing, already yours? The moment you stop placing your desire in the future and claim it in the present, time ceases to be a factor. You collapse the delay, and what once seemed distant is drawn to you now. This is why relaxation is key. When you relax, you stop resisting. You stop measuring, waiting, and questioning. You simply know. You assume it is done, and in doing so, you align with the version of yourself that already has it. You step into the state of fulfillment, and reality has no choice but to reflect it. Manifestation is not about effort, it is about alignment. It is about shifting into the version of yourself that already possesses what you seek. Time is an illusion, And the only thing keeping your desire from appearing instantly is your belief that it must take time. Let go of that belief. Assume it is done now. Live as though it is already yours. When you master this, you will realize that nothing is ever truly out of reach, because everything exists now. The key to manifesting anything in life is not struggle, effort, or force. It is the ability to feel with absolute certainty that your desire is already fulfilled. It is not enough to wish, to hope, or to want. These states imply lack. What is required is the deep inner knowing that what you have imagined is already yours, that it exists now, even if the physical world has yet to reflect it. This is the true secret of creation, and those who master it hold the power to shape their reality at will. Most people believe they must work tirelessly to achieve their desires, that they must fight against the odds, struggle through obstacles, and prove their worthiness before receiving what they want. But this is a misunderstanding of how reality works. Everything you see in your world is simply a reflection of your internal state. You do not attract what you want, you attract what you are, what you deeply assume to be true about yourself and your life. And the fastest way to change your external world is to change the way you feel within. To feel the wish fulfilled is to embody the state of already having. It is not about pretending or trying to convince yourself. It is about shifting into the version of yourself that already possesses the thing you seek. If wealth is your desire, you must feel wealthy now. If love is your desire, you must feel deeply loved now. If success is your desire, you must feel successful now. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. The external world has no choice but to conform to the inner world you consistently inhabit. This feeling of already having is what removes all barriers. When you feel as though you already possess your desire, there is no resistance, no doubt, no questioning. There is no desperation, no waiting, no wondering when or how it will come. You have already accepted it as fact, and when the mind accepts something as true, it naturally expresses that truth outwardly. Your actions, your words, your energy shift effortlessly, and soon the world must respond in kind. But the mistake many make is allowing their senses to dictate their beliefs. They look at their current reality and say, I don't have it yet, so I cannot feel it. But the outer world is nothing more than a delayed reflection of the inner world. If you continue to react to what is, you will continue to create more of the same. The true power lies in assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled before any physical evidence appears. It is this assumption that brings it into being. Think of a time when you anticipated something wonderful. Perhaps a long-awaited vacation, a reunion with someone you love, or a special event. Even before it happened, you felt the excitement, the joy, the certainty that it was on its way. That feeling colored your days, uplifted your spirit, and changed how you moved through life. This is the exact state you must embody when manifesting. In this, you must feel the same certainty about your desire as you would about an event already scheduled on your calendar. The easiest way to do this is to enter a state of relaxation, quiet your mind, and imagine yourself already in possession of what you desire. Do not just see it, feel it. What emotions arise? What does it feel like to have it, to be it, to live it? Let that feeling take over you completely. Immerse yourself in the sensation of fulfillment and do not step out of it. Carry that state with you throughout your day, returning to it whenever doubt creeps in. This is the true work. Training yourself to dwell in the state of already having. Once you master this, manifestation becomes effortless. The world must yield to your assumption, because the external is always a servant to the internal. So let go of effort, struggle, and worry. Feel the wish fulfilled now, and watch as your reality transforms before your eyes. The mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant within it, whether consciously or unconsciously, will take root and grow. Most people allow their minds to be filled with weeds, doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs, without realizing that they have the power to cultivate the reality they truly desire. The key to transformation is repetition. What you impress upon your subconscious mind over and over again becomes your truth. This is why doing this practice 3 times a day is so powerful. It is not about forcing change, but about gently reconditioning the mind to accept a new reality as normal, as inevitable. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It accepts whatever is repeatedly impressed upon it. This is why many people find themselves stuck in the same patterns, because they unconsciously reaffirm the same beliefs day after day. If you constantly think thoughts of lack, struggle, and limitation, you are planting seeds that will continue to bear fruit in your life. But if you deliberately and consistently assume the reality you wish to experience, you begin to overwrite the old programming and create a new mental blueprint. When you assume something to be true, even before physical evidence appears, you are engaging in the process of creation. But assumption alone is not enough. It must be reinforced. A single thought or feeling, no matter how powerful, may not be enough to shift deeply ingrained beliefs. The subconscious mind is shaped through repetition. Just as a muscle grows stronger through consistent training, the mind becomes attuned to new beliefs through continuous reinforcement. This is why practicing this assumption 3 times a day is essential: morning, midday, and night. Each session serves to reinforce the new state of being. In the morning, as you wake, your mind is in a highly suggestible state. This is the perfect time to impress your assumption. Midday, when the distractions of the world begin to pull you back into old patterns, you remind yourself again of your chosen reality. And at night, before sleep, you impress your subconscious one final time, allowing it to work on your behalf as you rest. Each time you engage in this practice, do not merely think about your desire, feel it. Immerse yourself in the sensation of already having it. If wealth is your goal, feel the ease, security, and freedom of financial abundance. If love is your desire, feel the warmth, joy, and connection of already being deeply cherished. If success is what you seek, feel the confidence, fulfillment, and recognition of having already achieved. The feeling is what imprints the assumption into the subconscious. The stronger and more natural the feeling, the faster reality shifts to reflect it. Some may wonder, why 3 times a day? Why not once? The answer lies in the nature of the mind. We live in a world that constantly reinforces the illusion of external reality. From the moment you wake up, you are bombarded with stimuli that attempt to dictate what is possible for you. News, social media, conversations, all of these can subtly reaffirm old limitations if you are not vigilant. By returning to your assumption multiple times a day, you ensure that your mind does not drift back into old habits. You create a momentum that builds with each repetition, making it easier for your subconscious to accept the new belief as truth. This practice is not about forcing or obsessing. It is about saturating your mind with a new reality until it becomes second nature. The subconscious mind loves consistency. It responds to what is repeated with feeling. This is why affirmations, visualization, and inner conversations must be done persistently. A single drop of water does not shape a rock, but the steady, repeated flow over time creates transformation. The moment the new assumption feels natural, the outer world begins to shift. Suddenly, opportunities arise, doors open, and synchronicities occur that confirm what you have assumed. This is not coincidence. It is the natural response of reality to the new state of being you have claimed. So, commit to this practice. 3 times a day, step into the feeling of already having your desire. Do not analyze, do not question, simply assume and feel. Let repetition rewire your mind, and soon, what once seemed distant will become your lived reality. Doubt is the only thing standing between you and your desire. It is not time, circumstances, or any external force that delays your manifestation. It is the resistance created by your own uncertainty. When you doubt, you send conflicting signals to your subconscious mind. One moment you affirm that your desire is already yours, and the next you question when or how it will come. This back and forth creates resistance, slowing down the process or even preventing it altogether. Letting go of doubt is not about convincing yourself with logic or forcing yourself to believe. It is about relaxing into the certainty that what you have assumed is already done. Imagine placing an order at a restaurant. You do not sit at the table anxiously wondering whether the food will arrive. You do not check with the waiter every 5 minutes, questioning whether the kitchen is really preparing your meal. You simply expect it, knowing that it is on its way. This is the attitude you must adopt with your desires. Absolute trust that what you have assumed will manifest at the perfect time. Doubt arises when you look at the external world for validation. If your desire has not yet appeared in physical form, you might feel tempted to question whether it is really coming. But this is the greatest mistake you can make. The outer world is merely a reflection of your past thoughts, emotions, and assumptions. If you continue to react to what is, you will only reinforce the same reality. The key is to persist in your inner knowing, regardless of what appears in the physical world. Relaxation is the antidote to doubt. When you relax, you allow. When you allow, you receive. Think of how effortlessly things flow into your life when you are in a state of ease and confidence. Have you ever noticed that the things you desperately chase after seem to run away from you, while the things you feel indifferent or at peace about tend to come easily? This is because desperation creates resistance, while relaxation creates a state of openness. When you stop resisting, you make space for your desire to flow naturally into your life. Letting go of doubt does not mean you suppress your thoughts or pretend that uncertainty does not exist. Instead, you acknowledge doubt and then choose not to engage with it. When a doubtful thought arises, simply recognize it and shift your focus back to the feeling of already having your desire. Do not fight it, simply redirect. This is the practice of mastering your mind, training it to dwell only on the reality you wish to experience. One of the most powerful ways to dissolve doubt is to embody the state of already having. If you had your desire right now, would you question whether it was coming? Would you worry about the details? No, you would simply enjoy it, confident in its presence. Adopt this mindset now. Walk through your day as though your wish is already fulfilled. Let this feeling of certainty. Another effective way to release resistance is to remind yourself that the universe is always working in your favor. Just as the sun rises each day without your effort, just as your heart beats without you controlling it, the process of manifestation unfolds naturally when you trust it. Your role is not to struggle or force, but to assume, feel, and allow. Faith is not something you have to create, it is something you return to. Deep within you, there is already a knowing that you are the creator of your reality, that your assumptions shape your world. Doubt is nothing more than a habit, a conditioned response based on past experiences. But you are no longer bound by the past. The moment you decide to let go of doubt, you free yourself from all limits. So relax, trust, feel your wish as already fulfilled. Do not chase, do not beg, do not question. Simply know. Let go of all resistance and watch as your desire unfolds effortlessly before you. When you live as if it is already done, you align yourself with the reality where your desire has manifested. You are no longer hoping, waiting, or wondering when it will come. You are embodying the version of yourself that already has it. This is the key to effortless manifestation. The universe responds to who you are being, not just what you are asking for. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions reflect the assumption that your desire is already yours, reality has no choice but to conform. Most people approach manifestation from a state of lack. They desire something but continue to think, feel, and act as though they do not have it. This contradiction creates resistance. If you constantly affirm that you want something, you are reinforcing the fact that you do not yet have it. But when you shift your state of being, when you start thinking, feeling, and behaving as if your desire is already a present reality, you step into alignment with it. Living as if it is done does not mean pretending or forcing yourself to believe. It means embodying the natural confidence of someone who already has what they desire. If you had your dream job right now, how would you feel? How would you carry yourself? What kind of thoughts would you think? How would you speak about your life? You would not be worrying about whether the job is coming. You would already be experiencing it. You would wake up with excitement, walk with certainty, and feel secure in your success. This is the state you must assume before the physical evidence appears. Emotion is the key to this transformation. The subconscious mind does not respond to empty words, it responds to feelings. When you deeply feel the joy, gratitude, and relief of already having your desire, you impress this reality onto your subconscious. And once the subconscious accepts something is true, the external world shifts to match it. Instead of waiting for your circumstances to change so that you can feel differently, change how you feel now and your circumstances will follow. So, your actions must also align with your assumption. This does not mean forcing yourself to take unnecessary steps or working harder to make something happen. It means naturally behaving in ways that reflect your new reality. A person who is wealthy does not constantly check their bank account in fear. A person who is deeply loved does not doubt whether they are wanted. A person who is successful does not question their own worth. Align your daily actions with the truth that your desire is already fulfilled. One of the simplest ways to live as if it is done is to shift your inner conversations. Throughout the day, observe the way you speak to yourself. Are you mentally reinforcing the old reality, or are you affirming the new one? The words you say to yourself shape your perception, and your perception shapes your world. Begin to speak as though you already have what you want. Replace thoughts of doubt with thoughts of certainty. Instead of thinking, I hope it happens, say to yourself, it is already mine. Another powerful practice is to immerse yourself in the feeling of your fulfilled desire before sleep. The state you enter before sleep is deeply impressionable to the subconscious mind. As you lie in bed, imagine yourself already living your desired reality. Feel it as vividly as possible. If your wish is to be in a loving relationship, feel the warmth, connection, and presence of your partner beside you. If your desire is financial abundance, feel the security and freedom that wealth brings. Let this be the last impression you leave on your subconscious before drifting into sleep. Doubt has no place in this process. The moment you begin to question when or how it will happen, you step out of alignment. There is no need to seek confirmation from the external world. The only confirmation you need is the feeling within you. When you truly live as if it is done, you no longer need to ask if it is coming. You already know. And when you know, it must appear. This is not about tricking the universe. It is about understanding that creation is finished. Every possibility already exists. The moment you assume your desired state and live from it, you shift into the reality where it is already true. The world then rearranges itself to reflect your new assumption. So begin now. Live as though it is already done. Carry yourself with the confidence of one who has already received. Feel it, act upon it, and refuse to entertain any thought that contradicts it. The moment you fully align with your desired reality, it manifests effortlessly. The key to manifestation is not in struggle, force, or endless waiting. It is in the effortless alignment with the reality you wish to experience. Your assumption is law. What you deeply accept as true must reflect in your world. Time is an illusion, and the only moment that exists is now. When you relax and assume it is done, you collapse time and allow your desire to manifest instantly. The secret is in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and not in effort, but in deep inner knowing. Repetition rewires the mind, reinforcing the new reality until it becomes second nature. The subconscious responds to consistency, and what you persist in assuming becomes your truth. Doubt is the only barrier. When you let go of resistance and trust the process, your desires flow effortlessly into your life. You must live as if it is already done, aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your fulfilled state. The universe mirrors your state of being. And when you truly embody your desire, reality has no choice but to conform. Everything you seek is already yours. The moment you relax, trust, and expect, you remove all barriers. Assume, feel, and allow. It is already done. Thank you.